Hello everybody. Happy to see you all again. My name is Alec Oels and this is Franca Conti,
Hello.
especially coming over from Italy. And we will give this presentation for you today about how to remove dark circles around the eyes. But first of all, I'd like to talk a little bit about how we can use this difficult time. In most parts of Europe now, and even in the States, we are all in lockdown. We are not able to work. We cannot do clients. Maybe you are from a lucky part of the world where you can still work, but many places we have a big problem. And I think even this is a big problem, we have to make the best of it and take all advantages from this time, because we have now more time than usual. And in this period, I believe we have to make our skills better, to improve all our techniques, maybe to learn some new things, and also make good contact with your clients. Make them ready that when the lockdown is over, they will be with you. And for this, a little chat is always nice, but you have to offer them also something special. Something what they cannot resist. And of course, you might have many ideas, and we will add one to this. And for this, we have organized this webinar for removing the dark circles. And for this technique, for this method, you don't need new equipment. You hardly need any new things. You can use your own micropigmentation machine you have been using for years. And well, you have done brows or whatever. And now we want to show you how you can solve this problem of the dark circles around the eyes. So, about what problem we are talking and what is the solution? There are many people with dark circles around their eyes. They do not like it. And these are not only women, also men have this problem, and for a man it's irritating too. And we have developing this technique now for 1 year. Well, especially I have to thank Franca for this, because she put the most of the effort in this. She have done many clients. We will show you a lot of pictures. And actually it's a very simple technique, for which you do not have to come to a training or to do a course. If you just treat maybe your own skin of one of the people you're living with, then you can master yourself in this very well. We have in this test period for a little more than 1 year just posted some local advertisement around our place here and Franca in Italy, and we have been overloaded by requests. We could not do all the clients because the program was totally full. Actually, I have underestimated how big this problem is. And this is not only for people with dark skin or tinted skin, also very white girls, but also men and women came to us. Can you do something about it? Because I look so tired, or people are telling me I'm drinking too much, or whatever. Yes, it's true. Okay, what problem you talk about? Well, I received just before the lockdown a picture of a nice girl, and she said, can you help me because my eyes are not okay. And actually, she was being told by one of our models, exercising models, which we have treated. And she came from Belgium, especially to us, because she wanted to remove it. And I asked again, well, what is really your problem? Because your face looked quite good. And then she sent me the picture again. This is what I hate. This is what her real words. Can you do something about it? I've used all kinds of creams. I've been to the dermatologist and spent so many things about it. And she had some darker skin tones. And she wants this removed. And you have to remember that most of the dark tones under your eyes is caused by melanin. And the melanin is your own natural pigment. This is the pigment which gets more dark when you go into the sun. But this is also a pigment which is triggered by certain hormones, but also by damaging the skin can cause this. And maybe many other reasons we do not understand. The problem is that a lot of people have this. And we have tried to remove this, and we have become quite successful. But it is important. We use a technique with our micropigmentation machine, but we do not use pigment. This is no camouflage. And people send me pictures like this. Somebody with a dark undertones under their eye, and somebody put camouflage color in this. Well, this is not good. Don't hide this problem. Don't try to put the problem under the pigment. We have another method, and we use a special serum which will take away your own natural pigment. And it is not a bleacher like peroxide or other bleaching products. Now, it's a very soft product which eliminates too much pigment, and it will gradually become lighter. From this girl, I have here an after picture. This is after around 2 weeks after the treatment, and most of the pigment is gone. She is quite happy, but still she wants another treatment because for these girls only the best. So she will make another appointment. She already have made another appointment, but we have to postpone because of the lockdown here in Holland. And this is after 2 weeks, and I have a picture just after the treatment, and you see a little redness. But it is much less than regular micropigmentation. Well, this will take away the pigment, but it also improves skin quality. You will have less wrinkles. Don't promise too much, because after a certain age you cannot become 20 again, but it really improves your skin. So, what do we do? Well, actually, we call this mesoneedling. And the mesoneedling is a microneedling without needles. We don't use the needle. We use a special Meso Nano cartridge. And this cartridge contains a numerous amount of very tiny needles, and it works like a bed of nails. So they will not penetrate into the skin. They only go very superficial. So you do not open the skin really, you have no bleeding, but it is just open enough to the special serum, the whitening serum, penetrate into the epidermis, and this slowly eliminate too much pigment. And this results in, this gives an immediate result after the treatment. Every client will say it is working, and at home they have to use a special cream for 6 weeks every night, and this will make the skin less dark and make the skin better and better. And this serum is fully translucent. It has no color. There is no pigment inside. So you do not have to be afraid what you have seen sometimes with pigment or BB Glow, that the eyes become too white because the pigment was really into the skin. This is not happening with this. And also, this product is not an acid. It doesn't burn the pigment away. So you do not have to be afraid of burnings, blisters, or that the skin becomes too light. This works together with your skin and make it slowly less dark. And we have a lot of experience now. We have treated more than 100 people, and some people, they just came one time and they were already happy. But I have to ask Franka to talk a little bit more, because she have done the most of the clinical work.
Yes.
And
Okay.
come with me
Let's
and
see
tell
the
me
pictures.
something about your work.
Hoe zeg je klant?
This client, listen, Franca is from Italy and she can speak very, very good Italian, but I'm not sure if everybody understands the Italian, so let's try to speak English.
Okay, this is a klant of me,
Client,
a client, and I do the first treatment here. This is the results on a month.
so you did one treatment
Ja,
and,
een
and,
behandeling en na een maand was ze
and,
stukken
and 1
beter.
month later,
She
this
was-
is, this is the,
Ik laat de andere zo. Ja, here you see it better. She was very dark,
this is the same person?
the same person. And here is after a month. Zullen we de andere ook laten zien? This is another picture of another client, yes?
Yeah, another client. Yeah.
And
And
she
actually,
had-
I know this person. She was much more dark. She was much more dark around the eyes than you see on the picture. In reality, she was a lot darker. But
You see the circles, the dark circles. Na 10 dagen, hè?
this is after 10 days.
10 days.
Well, this is one of my test clients. A lot of people from the Middle East has this problem too. And actually, still a young girl, but already some darker skin tones. And I treated her only once. And it is now like this. This is immediately after the treatment. You see a little redness. Of course, this redness will disappear, but the skin will be much more light.
This was my client. She had dark circles, zeggen dat zo?
She had dark circles, but also she
Money.
suffered from melasma. Melasma is a hormone-based type of hyperpigmentation. Many girls have this because they have been pregnant or they are too sensitive for the anticonception. And also women in the menopause can have this problem. But you see it also with men who have a difficult life.
Yes.
They can get more pigmentation.
And this is 2 months after the treatment. Ja? Oh, dit is, zal jij dat uitleggen?
Well, this is somebody who had the problem of darker skin tones, but especially on white skin, you sometimes see also a bluish undertone. And this bluish undertone comes from your own blood. This is more difficult to treat. But the same method with the same product still makes the skin better. It improves. You can see that here on the eyelid you see many small capillae. And in the after treatment the skin looks much less red and blue. So this serum is not only eliminating the darker pigment, the melanin, but it also improves your own blood vessel quality. And the leaking of the blood vessels causes the redness, but also the blue undertones. But you have to be a little bit more careful. The darkness you can remove very fast. Actually, you see it immediately. The blue part takes more treatment and more time to heal, because these blood vessels are broken, and it takes some time for your skin to repair. So a lot of people ask, what is this serum? What is inside? Well, it is developed in Italy, but Franca can, I think, tell more about
Yes,
this.
het is voor mij een beetje difficult. Oké. This serum.
Just tell in Italian, I will
Oké.
translate.
En jij vertaalt.
Ja.
Ik zeg het in het Hollands, dan
Oké,
vertaal
ja,
jij.
ja.
Ja? Deze serum heeft een Italiaanse professor gemaakt.
This serum has been made by an Italian professor
Ja?
in Rome.
Oké. Er zit geen hydroquinon of roderon.
Het bevat geen hydroquinon of rodendaron. Dat zijn twee bekende.
In het Engels.
Excuse me. English?
English.
I try to translate. This serum does not contain hydroquinone, and it does not contain rodendaron. These are two famous bleachers for your skin, but they have a lot of can give a lot of skin irritation, and in the EU, in the European community, they are forbidden. Are not allowed to be used. And don't ever use hydroquinone on your eyes.
Okay.
It's already irritating on your cheeks, so you can imagine what will happen on your eyes.
Nou, daar zit glutathion in, acido kojic acid, er zit
Het bevat kojic.
nee, in het Engels.
It contains kojic acid. No, not kojic extract. It contains vitamin C in a high doses,
Arginine.
and Arbutina
En glutathione.
and glutathione. This product I do not know, but the combination works very, very nice.
Ja, elke combinatie werkt op een probleem.
And this, Franka says, this really solves the problem of two dark circles around the eyes. And it's not a medical product we can use for every skin type. It has no contraindication, but I have to say we only use this on healthy people. If people have severe illnesses, they need to go to the doctor. And for instance, if you use prednisone, then you get also very thick and dark eyes. Well, this is product or the treatment is not for us.
Okay.
But most people get this just in normal life. And don't underestimate. A lot of people who come to you for their brows have this problem too. Nearly the first 20 people we treated were just our brow or eyeliner clients.
Maar het beste is als ze daarmee willen beginnen, dat de klanten alvast met de crème beginnen,
Ja.
2 weken ervoor.
Ja. Well, this serum you use in the treatment. For this you use the special Nano Meso cartridge. This is the cartridge which have very, very tiny needles, and this opens the skin but will not give any kind of bleeding. And important, the client has to use the home product too. This is actually the same product as the serum, but then in a cream, and they have to use the cream every day. They start the first day, at least 4 hours after the treatment, and then every night for 6 weeks. And then you have very, very good results. Some people cannot wait so long. Well, they can come again after, because you have so little harm to skin. You can do the treatments after 2 weeks again. And I have to tell you, this treatment goes much quicker than doing an eyeliner of an eyebrow. You don't have to make the drawing first. It is very clear that where is the dark tones, the pigment, and that the client want to remove this. Well, how do we do the treatment? Well, normally on the webinar we organize some real clients and we do a live demonstration, but now also here in Holland we are not allowed to do any treatment. So we will show you on our dummy.
Oké, nou vertel jij het dan? Oké.
I will do the talking.
Yes,
and I will
and I do the
and you do the work.
treatment, the work.
First of all, for the serum you need only a very, very little bit. For one eye I use 0.1 ml. So the jar contains 5 ml, so you can do 50 eyes with one jar. Don't spoil it.
Oké. Betekent. Zeg dat de hoofd niet plat, een beetje
You have to put the client a little bit like this. And this is also because then it will not flow into the eye so quickly.
Dan doe ik 4 druppels. Dus 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 druppeltjes.
We put 4 drops under the skin.
Ik heb de module niet, Alec. Niet de pen. Dan pakken we de pen. En dan we do. Oké. I take it the module. Weet het?
Ja, the cartridge.
The cartridge.
The
And
meso
then
cartridge.
I do this. Slow. Very slow. We work very slow.
And also a
Then-
very, very thin pressure.
Dan de huid naar beneden duwen.
And then you have to pull down the skin if you do the under eyeliner.
Then we do this and then halve maandjes.
And then very soft, like half the moon
Okay.
movement.
Then I do de oogzonne.
You can also do the upper eyelid,
Yes.
but just like the eyeliner, you have to fix the eye very,
Then I-
very well, so that the eyelid will not move.
En dan ga ik.
Well, for this treatment you don't need any anesthetic,
It's not.
because we do not really break the skin. And if it becomes irritated, red, or the client feels that it is too much, then you have to stop. Then you have finished the treatment. Actually, it goes quite quick. In 10 minutes you can do one
the
eye.
treatment.
And when you are finished, Franca massage the serum into the skin.
Oké. En dan na 4 uur de crème.
And 4 hours later, or in the evening, the client have to use the cream
For 6 weeks.
for 6 weeks, yes. And maybe in other countries, your clients always listen very well to you, but here in Holland, we have some clients who forget everything. So I'm always very, very clear. I compare it like this. If you go to the dentist, and every half a year go to the dentist, but you will never brush your teeth, you will not have the best teeth or smile in the world. And you cannot blame the dentist for this. At home you have to brush your teeth also a few times a day. And it's the same with us. We can do the treatment and give very good result, but the client have to use the cream too. Actually, this example of the dentist I use with every client, because some of my, nearly all my clients expect the miracle from me, and they're just waiting for this. But they have to use the cream also. This is very, very important. And I want to say again, this cream doesn't contain any acid or hydroquinone or rhododendron. This is a natural product with slowly, step by step, make your skin lighter and eliminate too much of pigment. So, to do this treatment, and just ask your clients, you will see that a lot of people are not happy with these lines. You don't need a whole new equipment, expensive laser machines. You already have your micropigmentation pen. You need an extra cartridge, and these cartridges are not expensive, they are less than €3. And you need a serum, and I give the cream always to my clients that they have to use at home. It's a small jar, it's only 3.5 ml, but it's enough for 6 weeks. And I have clients who use too much, and they say it's finished after 3 weeks. It will not work better if you use it in a thick layer. Only a tiny bit is good enough. So, with a small investment, you can add something very special to your practice. And for many things you have to go to school and to practice and to train a lot of things, but this you can learn yourself. If you have the need, if you have the cartridge, the special meso cartridge, and you have the serum, you can use it on, for instance, on a pigment spot on your own hands, or maybe one of the people you are living with have some pigments with pigment spots they want to remove. And I will not, if you do this for the first time, do not start immediately on the eyes. Practice on your own skin, on the hands or your arms, or I like to practice on pigment spots in the neck, because the skin of your neck looks very, very much on the skin of the eyes. It's also very flexible. You have to fix it very, very well. And here you can practice and learn yourself very, very easy. Important again, do not break the skin. You should not have any bleeding. Only a little redness is okay. Just like rosé wine. So we don't want red wine, we don't want Burgundy, it must be only rosé. Because if you harm the skin too much, many types of skin will have a contra reaction and produce even more pigment. Well, we have done this morning this same webinar in Dutch, and we received a lot of questions. Like, I don't use the Ecurie machine. Do the needles also fit on my machine? Well, we have several types of needles, of these meso needles, for different kinds of cartridges. If you have, for instance, a Mia or Nouveau Contour machine, these cartridges will fit too. If you have just the translucent needles, they will fit. If you use the white Ecurie needles, we have special white cartridges for this. It only will not fit on real tattoo cartridges. These cartridges will not fit on real tattoo pens. If you use with a Scion or a Cyan or the Bel Air, these have much bigger needle cartridges, and these small cartridges will not fit. But nearly all other brands, even if you have this, the simple BB Glow pen, you can still use a cartridge on this system. And you also have to explain that to your client that this is not no camouflage. It really takes away the surplus of pigment.
Well, there are a lot of questions. Maybe I can ask them to you. Sophie Chewett asked, does this have a positive effect on the bags under the eyes?
Well, eyes have many problems, can have many problems, and too much, the bags on the eye can be caused by two other problems. First of all, it can be too much moist, that the water is too much in the skin, and another one is that you have too much fat tissue. Fat layer is too thick under the eyes. This treatment improves the thickness of the swelling of water, but not for the fat.
Okay.
Actually, this treatment is specialized for too dark skin tones, which can be because of too much pigment, melanin, or because of the leaking blood vessels. Both will improve. But for swollen eyes, we have another solution. But it's a good question. Maybe we do next week another webinar about how to solve other eye problems.
Yes, and the question is this treatment is better than BB Glow?
Well, BB Glow, you have to be careful. BB Glow, you use hyaluronic acid in combination with a little pigment. And sometimes the pigment is not enough and you still see the dark circles. And we also have seen pictures where the BB Glow was done too much and you see too much color. But we believe that BB Glow, very nice treatment, but for under the eyes it's better to remove the excess of pigment, and this is doing the best. And the other good thing is you cannot do too much. You will not have white lines or white spots.
Well, there's a question about it. Tina wants to know what are the ingredients and how does it break down the pigmentation? How does it work?
Well, we have to call for the professor.
Okay.
Hello Tina, nice you watching us. The Kachak oil, I know, is an ingredient. It is used in Japan for many centuries. Actually, it is a fungus, like a champignon. How do you say this in English? Mushroom. And from these mushrooms, they extract the oil, and this oil slow down your own production of melanin. And this is why it's not working immediately, but when you use it over time, it will improve the clarity of your skin. The skin will become more light. So it's not an acid who burns away the pigment, but it slowly brings the pigment back in harmony. And this whole method also works very well on people. Some people have on their hands these dark marks, and I never met a woman who liked them. And you can use the same method for this too.
And Laila wants to know, can we do with the cartridges that we use for meso needling? Can we do this treatment with the cartridges?
Well, I like to be very clear. Under the eyes, do not use the needle, the cartridge with real needles. The real needles are really opening the skin. You agree?
It's the hefty, yeah.
And this can cause
with the plastic the plastic cartridges.
and it's better not to use the real needles. You have some brands like Amiya who have the plastic cartridge. Well, this can be an option too, but we prefer a nano needle, and it's also specially made for this. And don't be wrong, these needles are not expensive, so you just have to give it a try. And the treatment is not so difficult. If you practice a little bit on your own arm or leg or wherever you have a pigment spot, you will easily learn the technique. The most difficult part is how to fix the eye. You have to stretch and to fix the skin so that you have good contact. And we have also some ideas how to promote this. Because maybe you live in an area where there is a lockdown too, and the clients cannot come. And of course it's good to have a little chat about how are you, how are the dogs, everybody healthy. But I think, and of course we have to ask this, but also talk about something which really attracts people and binds the client to you. And we believe this topic, the dark circles, can be one of them. And Franca, in her own institute in Italy, there is one of the most severe lockdowns. People are hardly allowed to go into the street. But she has done something very clever. She already sells the treatment, and she tells the client to use the cream
To walk.
2 weeks in front, and we hope in 2 weeks' time we can treat again. And she let them pay half of the price already, and then they use the cream, and you are sure that the clients will come back.
Well, maybe that's a good thing to do for Laila, because she is so sad, because in Portugal everything is closed. But there was another question from Tina Newman, and the question is, does it strengthen the capillary walls to stop future darkness under the eye?
It helps to improve the elasticity of the capillaries. So it really reduces the redness. And we are also now testing this on people with problems on the nose or the cheeks, but this is still in an investigation stage. But I have to be careful. This is not a lifetime solution. I always compare it with bringing your car to the garage. When you collect it, it's working fine, but it doesn't mean it will run till the end of your life. After a while, you have to come back to the car to do some other maintenance. And also, these people who have tendency to get dark circles around the eyes, this is an internal thing that your body just produces a little bit too much, and they have to come back for this treatment after a while again. And most of my clients I have treated are coming 2 times, and then they have a very good result. Actually, after 1 treatment, they are already happy, and they do not have to wait a few weeks. Immediately after the treatment, I gave them a mirror, and they see it's lighting. Because with the cartridge and the serum, you polish away already a lot of the melanin. But for the darker circles, for the blue ones and the red ones, this need more time to heal. And some people on which I have a very good result still want more. Here in Holland we have women, how do I say it nice? They are, I have a good result, but still they want more. And but I let them just come, make a nice talk, and do the treatment again.
Can you once name all the products that you need for this treatment, and what would you ask for this treatment for the clients? What price?
For the price, most easy. We ask €150 for every treatment. This treatment takes about 45 minutes.
Weekly or monthly?
Actually, this is I think the treatment itself is even more fast than 45 minutes, but well, the client needs also some attention, and I also have to explain what we are doing, and I have to tell them very clearly. And the price of €150 is for 1 treatment.
Every week or every month?
And they can do the treatment every 2 weeks. But I think that the client have to wait at least 4 weeks, because the result will be improved in the coming 4 to 6 weeks. But A few clients of we have treated are very impatient. Actually, they want to be beautiful and rid of the dark circles already this weekend. But this we cannot promise. It takes a little time to get the best result.
And what kind of products do you need? What's in the package?
Listen, we have made a start set. And this start set contains the serum, it contains 5 cartridges, and but we have to know which machine you have so that we can send you the right cartridge. And it contains 5 use at home the whitening cream for at home. And with this you can start, but first try on your mother or your aunt or yourself so that you have practiced well what you do.
And can we do this treatment also on the upper lip?
Yes. Yeah. Some women have a darker upper lip, and this is nearly always caused by the effect of hormones. Many times because they have used some kind of anticonception. Some have it after the pregnancy or during the pregnancy. And well, this we can treat well, but I have to say, if it's hormone caused, you have good result, but you have to make this, you have to repeat this a few times a year, because your hormone, it is not likely that your hormones will change, but you will take away the too much of pigment. Okay. Well, it was great seeing you again. I hope we have explained this technique quite well. We have also another technique for people who have not dark lines under their eyes, but very deep eye lines. I don't know the real English word for this, but some people, this part is very, not only dark, but also very deep. And we have another nasal needling technique to make this flat again. And but this technique is a little bit too difficult to show here on WhatsApp or on this webinar. But we will inform you for this later. And if you are interested, you have to come over or have to go to one of our trainsters to learn. Well, if you are interested, this start set is very cheap. Only a little money, and you can order this from your distributor, or you can you can order it from our website or our web shop. And if you have still have questions, which I can understand, please ask these questions on Facebook. We will answer them for you, and it is much likely that your question is also a question of one of your colleagues somewhere else in Europe. So from your question, everybody can learn. Okay. Well, thank you for your attention.
Thank you.
We were happy to see you, and I would say stay focused and stay healthy, and we see each other soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.